A couple of aggressive growth stocks for a Santa Claus rally. That's what our aggressive growth stock strategist, Brian Boland, has brought with him here to talk about today. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Terry.
So this would seem to me to imply or confirm, look at it whichever way you want, that you believe there is going to be a Santa Claus rally.
I do believe it. And, you know, I'm wearing my festive green and red. I don't know if it's coming through on it, but, you know.
Red T-shirt anyway.
Yeah, I have aggressive stocks and I have aggressive fashion sense.
There you go.
Or at least that's how I look at it.
So, and the reason I wanted to ask that is because a lot of people on the street don't believe there is going to be a Santa Claus rally.
You know, yeah, there are people that don't think that there's going to be a Santa Claus rally. I am in the camp that believe there is going to be one, and I think you're going to see it based on, you know, a strong consumer. You know, and these are two stocks here that are that I'm picking this week because of that very fact.
Okay, well, I know we've already started to see, at least I have, some aggressive pricing and pricing policies among some of the larger retailers. So we're going to hold you to that prediction.
Okay.
All right, so the first one you want to talk about, first company is IRobot. So I'm guessing they make robots.
Well, they do. They make robots, and you know we've talked about this one before in the past. You know, they make robots. Not everyone knows that the Roomba, you know, is the thing that is the vacuum cleaner kind of robot that'll pick up, sweep up around the house, maybe annoy the dog. But then they also make robots for security and defense systems, contractors, some things like that. You know, recently they beat, but they lowered guidance. But everyone was so impressed with the beat. And basically what they were saying that the stock has moved up, you know, pretty well. So you have it as a Zacks #1 rank buy. You know, the one thing that I do look at a lot has been the stock price versus the revenue. And if we take a look at the revenue of how it's been growing over the last several quarters, you know, we can see that that line is starting to inch its way up. And, you know, historically we see here in a couple in January's where we see some very large moves up. You know, and that's going to be guidance, you know, moving that number up. So if you're, you know, playing the stock over for a several months, you could, you know, get a big move higher here in revenue guidance come January. And historically that has followed by, you know, significant moves higher in the stock. You know, that causes the valuation to come in nicely as well because you're going to have, you know, better outlooks out there right now. So if 28 times forward PE for you know, a company that makes robotic vacuum cleaners, maybe a little bit rich. But it is a Zacks rank #1, so we like it right here.
And there was some issue around China sales for this company?
Right. I think, you know, recently they've been talked about as this has been a target of a short seller. So someone that's putting out a lot of information that's pretty negative on the firm, and so they're, you know, focusing in on sales in China. You know, suggesting that homes in China aren't going to be buying this, you know, that they're too small in square footage, so why are they going to get the Roomba? And I think the idea is that most of their sales, you know, are not going to be, you know, for that product are not going to, you know, come out of China, even though that is an area where sales could eventually come from them.
Okay. The other company is GoPro, GPRO, the ticker. They make high-def cameras.
Right, the high-definition cameras, and there's a lot of buzz about this, you know, this stock, this company, this everything, because it's always in the news. You know, first off, they say it's just ultra-high-definition cameras. You know, is this going to be another, you know, flip, you know, like what happened with that camera and what, you know, Cisco ended up buying them and then writing off the entire company. You know, it's a Zacks rank #2 right now, and it does have all this buzz for a number of reasons. Even today it's in the news over its another secondary. You know, they're basically selling almost another $1 billion in stock. Most of that coming from the founder and other insiders, you know, selling out at these pretty lofty prices. You know, the stock has pretty much tripled since it's gone public. So, you know, there is a little bit of concern out there with that, but at the same time, even when they're selling all this stock, the stock's moving higher. You know, I think the basic idea here is that this is going to be one of those stocks that, you know, is going to see that big effect from the Santa Claus rally. You know, is there going to be a GoPro and everyone's stocking this year? I don't know if you go that far. It is a $400 camera for, you know, their high-end model. So maybe it's not a stocking stuffer, but it could be something underneath the tree. And with that, you're going to get a lot of attention on this stock.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. $400 camera versus maybe $500-600 flat panel TV. I don't know. Could
Yeah,
go either way.
what do you think Santa's going to bring you, Terry?
I don't know. Probably nothing because I've been bad.
Yeah, coal stocks as usual.
Yeah, that's probably it. A nice big bag of it, too.
Good.
Own either one of these?
I do not.
All right, check out other stock picks and stock picking strategies, not only from Brian, but from our other stock strategists as well, on our website, Zacks.com. Link to them off the homepage. Get on over if you're not there already. With Brian, I'm Terry Ruffalo.